We're going to cover Everwebinar's pricing and costs and even look at how the pricing and plans and features compare to other solutions like EasyWebinar and Stealth Seminar. Hi everyone, it's Kevin from Solopreneur and I help entrepreneurs like you automate your marketing and sales. Now, speaking of automating marketing and sales, if you're watching this video, you obviously know about the power of creating pre-recorded webinars that look and feel live. And one of the best solutions to do that is Everwebinar. But in this video, we're going to look at how does the pricing and some of the functionality compare with other solutions you're likely evaluating like Stealth Seminar, EasyWebinar, WebinarNinja, maybe Demio. So we're going to jump into all that right now. So to start out, one of the best things about Everwebinar's pricing is that it's all included and super simple. So there are no add-ons, there are no features locked away behind different pricing tiers. You get all the features in all the plans. Simply the only difference is your pricing based on your commitment. So you can see here that the monthly plan is $99 a month, which is okay, but the annual plan is one of the best plans. As you can tell, you get over a 50% discount, and the biannual plan, you only get a slightly better discount. So clearly this is the best risk versus price offer. The biggest value of Everwebinar is that it's simple. The pricing is all included. There are no surprises. There are no paid integrations or anything of that nature. And what you see is what you get, and you don't need to worry about having to pay out of pocket for other things later down the line. Now, one other thing I just want to remind you is that this is not for live webinars in the truest sense. Now, Everwebinar does have something called hybrid webinars, which are you can run the video component and the presentation component and all the simulated chat and all those simulations and simulated documents and simulated sales and all of the cool simulated things it has, and you can still operate the chat box live. So it's called a hybrid webinar. So it does that, but it doesn't offer live webinars. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. And if you want to have a live webinar solution with it, you'd have to get something like Webinar Jam if you want to stay in the same family, or any other really webinar solution that lets you do that, be it Zoom or anything else. Now, to give you a reference point for the value you're getting here and how the pricing compares to other solutions, let's look at Stealth Seminar first. Now, I have it here on the annual plan, and you can see here, even at the starter plan, we are significantly more than what Everwebinar charges at $42 versus $58. In addition to that, there are some key functionalities missing, and there's some hidden gotchas. So if you can see here, there are actually paid plugins that you need in order to do more advanced things like custom reminders, segment your attendees based on their actions. So you can see here that if you want to integrate your email autoresponder, which obviously you do, ActiveCampaign, ConvertKit, Aweber, GetResponse, MailChimp, to do some of these more advanced features, you actually have to pay for these plugins, which is an added cost. As well, Stealth Seminar doesn't even have paid webinars. Now, the one thing I just want to stress though is while it doesn't have that, Stealth Seminar does offer both live and automated webinars. However, what you'll see here is there's a limit to the number of simultaneous attendees, even at the professional plan, even at this plan, as opposed to Everwebinar where there are no limits. While it's an advantage you get both, you are strapped to this 100 attendee limit. And so again, it depends on what you're doing, the size of your audience and all of those things, how much of an issue that is, but it is something to note there. And if we go over to EasyWebinar, even with the annual plan, you can see here that it's $59 a month, which is more than $42, of course. And there are those limits as well. You can see there's only 100 attendees that you can have. In addition to this, it actually doesn't have simulated live chat, SMS notifications. It doesn't have a paid webinar functionality. And it also doesn't have hybrid webinars. But it does have live attendees. So what you're probably picking up here is that EasyWebinar is the absolute best dedicated pre-recorded webinars or simulated webinars that look live type solution. It is not a solution that also does live webinars, but it does pre-recorded simulated webinars the best. So if you're looking to really scale your efforts and not have to be live on any webinars, and especially if you're doing like sales funnels and things of that nature, then that's where this tool is going to be really powerful for you, where if you're not looking to also be live. And just hopping back to EasyWebinar here, you can see even at these insane pricing plans, there's still limits to the number of automated webinars, and it's so complicated. You get unlimited if you pay annual, otherwise it's $2,000, right? So if you're paying $4.99 monthly, you still don't get unlimited number of simulated attendees. Now, of course, this isn't going to be everyone's use case, but I think the point I'm making here is that the value of Everwebinar is that it's simple, it's all included, and there are no surprises, and the pricing for the annual plan is a tremendous value. But ultimately, as I always say, the best way to figure out if Everwebinar is going to work for your business is to run an automated webinar and see how it does with your audience. As an Everwebinar partner, I can offer you a 14-day trial for just $1. So if you just click the link in the description below, you'll get access to the trial. You go to get started, and now you see you get to start your trial for just $1. So this is a great way to try it out for 14 days, de-risk it. You also have a 30-day risk-free money-back guarantee, and you can cancel anytime. So I would advise that you start a trial for Everwebinar, maybe even some of the other ones you're considering, and then decide really what's going to have the functionality that's best for you. So hopefully I've helped you understand Everwebinar's pricing and costs and how it relates to other solutions in the market a bit better. To recap, I would say Everwebinar is the absolute best dedicated tool for pre-recorded automated webinars that look live. It does this very specific thing very well. But if you're also looking for live webinars, then I would suggest Webinar Jam. And on my channel, I have a number of videos pertaining to that. And the good thing about Webinar Jam and Everwebinar, using them together, they're actually integrated. So they're like a combined suite you can get. But it's not necessary to get Webinar Jam as well if you're just looking to run automated webinars. So if you found this video helpful and informative, give me a like, consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.